All right, last assignment before the test. You got this. So this is all about real world problems. So I know you did the one earlier, this pathway about interpreting remainders. It's very similar to that. Has some word problems, real life problems. So let's just go over what those are and I can give you some tips. So number 1, Raphael has 118 baseball cards arranged in an album. Each page of the album can hold 9 cards. How many pages are full and how many cards are on the last page? So I'll need 2 answers. How many are full? How many are on the last page? So think about, okay, Raphael has 118 baseball cards arranged in an album. An album is like a book. Each page of the album can hold 9 cards. So he's taking his cards and he's splitting them into groups of 9 because each page can hold 9. How many pages are full and how many cards are on the last page? Number 3. I know the numbering is weird. A farmer collects 1,250 eggs on a morning. She puts 30 eggs on each tray. How many egg trays does she need to hold all the eggs? Okay, so imagine there's this farmer. She's collecting eggs from her chickens. She puts 30 on each tray. And then we need to know how many egg trays she'll need to hold all the eggs. Notice it says all of them. So she's putting the eggs onto egg trays, 30 on each one. So how many will she need for all of them, even if that last one isn't full? And then another number 1. Like I said, the number was weird because we pieced together some different sheets. A fruit seller buys 1,456 apples and packs them equally into boxes of 56 each. He sells each box for $18. How much money does he collect if he sells all the apples? Okay, so a fruit seller is buying all these apples, putting them into boxes. Okay, so splitting them up into groups. And then there's a second step because he's selling each box for $18. So I want to do a problem that's similar to the last one. So say I have 425 books. Okay, I'm splitting them up into groups of 25. Okay, I'm putting them into boxes. And each box has 25 books. So each box is 25 over and over. And I know I have 425 books total. So I know I need to divide. I'm splitting them up. Divide by 25. See if I can squeeze partial product or partial quotients. So I know 25 times 10 is 250. So let's subtract that. 3, 12. Okay, so 175. I can't fit another group of 10, but let's see. Let's do 25 times 5. Now 5 is half of 10, and half of 250 is 125. So, or I could work out the math. So I'm going to subtract 125. 5. Ooh, I know because of quarters that 25 times 2 is 50. So then I have no remainder, and that would be 17 groups. So I have 17 boxes of books. Now, if I'm selling each box for $5, let's say, well, let's make it a little more challenging, I guess. Let's say I'm selling each box for $12. Okay, well, each box is going to be $12. And I know that I have 17 of them, so I could add it over and over and over. But if I'm repeating the same number over and over, I can multiply. So let's try the window method on this one. So I have 10 and 7 times 12. 10 times 10 is 100. 7 times 10 is 70. Remember, if you're using the lattice method or the standard method, any of them is fine. So 100 plus 70 plus 20 plus 14. That's 4, 10, and 2. So then I know I would make $204. All right, so first I had to split them up into groups. Then I had to multiply because I knew how much each box cost. So that is similar to the third one on that page, the second number one. Excuse me. Okay, I just want to remind you, if you have a division problem, so the last one we didn't have a remainder and our answer was just our answer. But sometimes if I get an answer like 14 remainder 5, sometimes if it asks like how much was left over, my answer would be 5 of whatever this was. There's a million types of problems, but sometimes my remainder is my answer. Sometimes I need to add on 1. Like the buses and the kids. If I need 14 buses, but then I have 5 more kids left over, I would actually need 15 buses, or whatever the type of problem is, where I'm taking my answer and I'm adding on 1. Or sometimes my answer is just my quotient. Say it's asking like, how many of those buses are full? Well, 14 of the buses are full. Then I have those 5 kids left over, so I need 15 total buses. So make sure you're really paying attention to what it is asking, because it can ask different things. And if you'd like any more help with any of the problems, just let me know. Please do not use a calculator. Practice doing them by hand. It's good practice. And also with division, things can get weird with decimals. And we're not to there yet. So you can do it. Good luck.